Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in support of House Resolution 1807, the Educating Entrepreneurs Through Today's Technology Act. Small businesses are the backbone of our economy, employing roughly half of the United States workers. And while our communities are experiencing high unemployment rates, the entrepreneurial spirit remains alive and well. For many underserved and rural areas, it is critical to have the opportunity and the ability to tap into resources that will foster further economic development and provide prospective entrepreneurs with the same access afforded to their suburban and urban counterparts. H.R. 1807 will allow third parties the opportunity to provide high-quality teledistance training through a competitive grants process administered by the SBA. The measure will provide for third-party vendors with experience in distant learning content and communications technology. It will employ online, satellite, video-connected, community-based organizations to distribute and conduct distance learning related to entrepreneurship, credit management, financial literacy, home ownership, and federal small business development programs. The Small Business Administration will ensure that the communications technology is distributed through all 50 states and U.S. territories to home-based businesses, small business development centers, women's business centers, veterans business centers, and SBA district offices. Additionally, this measure would require that the online distance learning program provided for in Title II of the bill include the establishment of an online networking site where entrepreneurs and small business owners can go to interact with one another. The goal of this networking site is to facilitate the exchange of peer-to-peer technical assistance. This will allow for prospective and established entrepreneurs and small business owners to interact with each other to troubleshoot problems and share best practices for interacting with SBA, securing financing, navigating government regulations, and the slew of odds and ends that arise when getting a small business off the ground. There is no substitute for being able to fall back on lessons learned through experience, and peer-to-peer will arm current and prospective entrepreneurs with this priceless information from individuals who have been there before. Mr. Speaker, for many entrepreneurs across the country, in order to access resources provided by the SBA and the small business development centers, they have to drive long distances. In my rural district, we've learned to use our limited resources wisely. Now, this can also be said for rural and underserved communities across the nation. This measure recognizes that a one-size-fits-all textbook approach to addressing entrepreneurial concern is seldom the solution. Passage of this measure will empower these very entrepreneurs to navigate the many hurdles facing emerging businesses. I encourage my colleagues to vote in favor of H.R. 1807 and continue the House's commitment to our nation's entrepreneurs. And I yield back the balance of my time.